Patagonia began to update their flagship line of black hole packs with a new fabric, new colors, and some minor design changes. In this video, I'll show you the Black Hole Pack 32 and compare the major changes to the previous version. The biggest ones being a new fabric, laptop compartment design, some changes to the carry system, and a luggage pass-through sleeve. The new bag has exactly the same capacity and looks almost exactly the same from the outside as the old one. However, looking closely, you can see the dimensions are actually a little bit different. You can see a little bit better from the side view how the older version is a little bit shorter. It's kind of more rectangular, while the new model slopes up towards the top and is a little bit deeper up in this top section. This is going to slightly change the volume on the pack, and because it's shorter and a little bit deeper, it's going to make this new model a little bit easier to fit in a personal item sizer box. Both models are way over the dimensions of 18 by 14 by 8, which is a standard kind of personal item size, which I have in my box here. The old model, you can squish the bag down, but it's really hard to get in there. The newer one is still oversized, but you can see it's a little bit shorter, and because the bag does squish, it's a little bit easier to get in this box, but you really still have to fight it to get it in there. Although you might be able to get away using this as a personal item, in reality this is really more of a carry-on size bag. I like to double check the capacity on bag is listed from the manufacturer. These are both listed at 32 liters, but the design, the dimensions are slightly different. So off camera, I packed this with packing peanuts, transferred it into this container, and I had a really hard time getting the full 32 liters in. So the older model is really more like a 30-liter pack. However, when I transferred those peanuts into the newer model, there was a little bit of extra room so I could fit a few more peanuts in there. Actually got this one pretty close, right at the 32-liter mark. Another anomaly I noticed on the outside of these bags when packing them up, because this one is a more rounded front, it kind of makes this front of this bag look a little bit weird, and the zipper acts a little bit differently. Well, this older model, I think worked much better. It's just more kind of squarish up here, really easy to open and easy to pack. One thing I noticed that this design change on the top kind of affects the zipper a little bit. The old one, you can see, super easy to open, really smooth. And the new one, it kind of pops out here in the front. So I was having, it really isn't that big of a deal, but the zipper kind of catches a little bit more over here on the side, which I think is kind of annoying. And then totally nitpicky, but I thought the old model was just really smooth, sleek, had good dimensions, good shape. This new one kind of makes this front area, it almost has this crease here because it's kind of squished in that you can't really stretch out. So it's kind of like a permanent crease up here in the front, which I also don't like. These design changes are really minor, and other than just me nitpicking the bag, I think they don't really affect the functionality, style of these bags really much at all. But I want to move on to the biggest change on these new updates, which is the fabric. This black hole fabric has been Patagonia's flagship line of bags for the past several years. It's lightweight, it's durable, got a waterproof coating. However, it is very shiny, which is why I'm glad to see in the update, they kept a lot of the same features, very similar fabric, but the TPU coating is now behind the ripstop instead of on top like this one. You can see it still has the grid ripstop pattern. It's a little bit more stiff, feels around the same durability, still has the great waterproofness, but now it's just way less shiny. Another great thing about the update, the colorways, they have some great colors. This is the Tinamou Tan. I think it's a great contrast with this teal. I do wish they could tone it down a little bit on the logos though. The other colors, Belay Blue, Periwinkle, Touring Red, I think all look great. For something more key, the Smolder Blue, or the just plain black, which has a much less pronounced logo. Other than the slight changes in this front pocket area and then the general dimensions, the outside of this bag, relatively unchanged. Still has the same daisy chain loops in the front, still has the same side water bottle pocket. Slight change to the carry handles, new one, a little bit longer, kind of ambivalent about that one. Top carry handle, much improved, flatter, wider, closer to the pack now, as opposed to this other one, which is more of just a hang handle. This top pocket here, slight change in orientation and zipper design, barely noticeable, but the inside of it is way larger than the older model. Close up, you can see the old one had some decent capacity, but really not that big of a pocket. Well, the new one is just gigantic, really just kind of a large brain pocket over here now. I think this is a good improvement, had some extra exterior organization to the bag, but now it's kind of almost too big. It really would be nice to have some more internal organization, some zipper pockets or something over here on the inside. There's been some minor changes and tweaks to the carry system. On the upgrade, the shoulder straps remain largely unchanged. They're sewn a little bit closer together in the new pack, but the rest of the style design is identical. The biggest change is the location where they're connected to the bag. The old model, they're sewn in behind the laptop compartment, which is inconvenient because you had to fold these things out of the way if you wanted to open this pocket. You can see the new model now, they're sewn on the back side a little bit below this pocket, which means you can open this easily without moving the straps out of the way. They've also modified the shape and the position of back padding. Instead of two big panels, it's two side panels here running down the middle with an addition of a luggage pass-through sleeve. I don't think this really changes anything with the carry comfort. The padding is still just very thin. It's a minimalist pack. However, you do have some more added versatility, be able to use this one over the handle on rolling luggage. Another huge change is the laptop compartment. The old version had a zipper that went all the way down to the bottom. You can completely open this panel. It had this main compartment here, and then the back side, laptop sleeve and a tablet sleeve held together with this little buckle. The new model, the zipper only comes around two sides along the top and then only most of the way down over here. So this is as much as you can open the pocket now. They got rid of those two sleeves in here, so now it's really just, this is the laptop compartment. Has about the same level of padding, but there's a little bit less security from keeping your laptop from sliding around. There's also a much less pronounced false bottom. I can feel my finger coming around to the seam right here. So instead of being way up here in this bag, it's maybe just barely an inch off the bottom. For me, this is actually a good update because they got rid of a lot of the extra bulk and weight of all those laptop sleeves. I don't normally carry a laptop, so all that weight was kind of unnecessary. However, if you're someone that liked that, you carried a laptop and a tablet around, you like that extra protection, then you're probably not gonna like this update. Last thing I wanted to show you, one small update on the inside of the bag. What I really like about this pack is just really minimalist. There's just a huge, large volume in here without a lot of interior organization, which really cuts down the weight on this pack. The new update is basically the same, largely unchanged. However, they did change the orientation of this pocket. There's a small mesh sleeve over here. This side, they made it way bigger, kind of put some gussets in here, expanded out, moved it to this side of the bag. Not a huge design change, kind of ambivalent about this one also. I do like the extra interior organization, and it's a little bit easier to get to this pocket now from the outside. So again, to summarize the changes, we have this updated, less shiny fabric. We have a larger brain pocket. There's been some changes to the attachment on the backpack straps, and then a smaller zipper opening on the laptop compartment with removed interior padded sleeves. Most of these changes are positive for me. I like the new fabric. I love the new colorways. I like the larger top pocket, although the orientation and shape makes the bag a little bit awkward. I don't mind the update in the laptop compartment, and this is definitely an improvement in the orientation of the backpack straps. I hope you enjoyed this review on the Patagonia Black Hole Pack, updated in 2023 version. I'd love to hear your experiences with either this or the old bag, and if you like or dislike any of the updates, please let me know in the comments below. And again, thanks for watching.